prayer with Psalm 38. Cry for mercy in the midst of anguish. Almighty God, creator of heaven and earth, today I bow before your presence with a humble and reverent heart, acknowledging that you are just in all you do, that your holiness is perfect, and that your glory fills the universe. I do not approach lightly, but with holy fear, knowing that nothing is hidden from you, that your gaze penetrates to the depths of the soul, and that you know my thoughts even before I speak them with my lips. That is why today I raise my voice to you, with the conviction that only in your mercy do I find refuge, and with the hope that your grace will cover my faults, because without it, I could not sustain myself for even a moment. Lord, do not rebuke me in your anger, nor chasten me in your wrath. I know that your judgments are true. I know that your indignation against sin is just, and that nothing escapes your holiness. Yet, I beg you, look upon me with compassion. Do not let your wrath consume me, nor let your rebuke destroy me. Loving Father, if you were to look only on my iniquities, I would have no excuse before you. My soul would be lost under the weight of your justice. But today I approach you with fear and trembling, pleading that your rebuke be in love and your correction in mercy. Do not turn me away from your presence, Lord, for apart from you there is no life, no hope, no peace. Lord, I feel as if your arrows have fallen upon me, as if every word of your justice pierced the depths of my being, as if there were no place left to hide from your voice that reveals my wickedness. And although it hurts, I recognize that this wound is necessary because your hand descends upon me so that I may understand the gravity of my sin, so that I may not take it lightly, so that I may understand that I cannot play with your holiness. Father, your hand weighs on me, showing me my fragility, making me see that I am dust and that I can do nothing with my strength. And although I tremble under the weight of your discipline, I also know that behind that weight there is a purpose, that behind that burden there is a love that wants to correct me and lift me up. Today I confess that nothing is healthy in my flesh because of your wrath. I feel broken. My body reflects the burden of my mistakes. My soul is troubled at the memory of my faults. My bones lose their peace because of my sin. There is no rest when I turn away from you. There is no serenity when I stray from your will. There is no fulfillment when I let iniquity rule over me. Father, I sincerely acknowledge I have sought relief in paths that lead nowhere. I have tried to hide my guilt behind empty words, but your Spirit does not deceive me. My whole being cries out for your forgiveness, because without it, I am empty, sick, and defeated. Lord, my iniquities have become heavier upon my head. I feel them like a sea that covers me, like a heavy burden that crushes me, like a yoke that I cannot bear with my strength. They are so many, Lord, and so great that I am ashamed to lay them before you. But I cannot remain silent. I do not want to hide, because only in confessing them do I find relief. Father, they are like chains that bind my hands, like a weight that sinks me into despair, like a wall that separates me from your light. And I don't want to live in that darkness anymore. I don't want sin to rob me of my peace. I don't want my iniquities to separate me from you. That's why today I humble myself and acknowledge that I need you to free me from this burden. Oh God, your word says that like a heavy burden, they have become heavy upon me, and I experience it in my soul. I wake up in the morning and feel the weight in my thoughts. I walk during the day, and the voice of my conscience accompanies me. I lie down at night and rest escapes my eyes. There's no place where this burden doesn't haunt me, and today I bring it to your feet. I don't want to carry it anymore. I don't want to carry only what destroys me. I don't want to live under the oppression of my own wickedness. I entrust this burden to you, Lord, because you are the only one who can lift it. You are the only one who can cleanse me. You are the only one who can give rest to my weary soul. Therefore, I ask for your help, for my wounds stink and fester because of my madness. Beloved Father, today I recognize that many of my wounds do not come from external circumstances, but from my foolishness, my bad decisions, my rebellion that has led me down crooked paths. They are wounds that I cannot hide, wounds that I cannot disguise, because sin leaves visible marks on the soul. It leaves smells of death that remind me that without you, I have no life. It leaves suppuration that shows me how urgent it is to be healed by your powerful hand. Today I bow before you, confessing that I have been foolish, that I have acted foolishly, that I have followed the madness of my heart instead of listening to your wise voice. And today I stand before you, begging for your mercy. I am bent down, Lord. I cannot stand upright, because the weight of my sins bends me down, because my shame greatly humbles me. I walk with my head bowed, acknowledging that there is no merit in me, that I have nothing with which to rise before your holiness. I am humbled because your eyes see the truth of my being. They see the nakedness of my soul. They see the corruption I cannot hide. And in this humiliation, I understand that there is no safer place than at your feet, that there is no firmer refuge than your grace. There is no other hope more certain than your mercy. Therefore, even though I am bent, I draw near to you, because I prefer to bend before your presence than to harden myself far from your love. I go about mourning all day long, Lord, like one who has lost what is most precious, like one who weeps inconsolably, like one who dresses in mourning because he knows that life without you is emptiness and darkness. The mourning that accompanies me is the mourning of a soul that recognizes the gravity of its sin, that feels that joy has been extinguished, that joy has been hidden, that laughter has turned to tears. But even in the midst of that mourning, I dare to believe that you can restore my joy, that you can turn my lament into dancing, that you can clothe me in garments of salvation instead of clothes of mourning. Father, only you can bring true consolation to my heart. Only you can remove the sadness that oppresses my being. Only you can rekindle the light in the midst of my darkness. For my loins are filled with burning, and nothing is sound in my flesh. Lord, this burning I feel is like a fire burning inside. It is the consequence of my faults. It is the weight that consumes me. Nothing is sound in me. My strength is exhausted. My vigor is extinguished. My interior is worn out. I recognize, Lord, that there is no health in myself, that my fallen nature always leads me to evil, that my flesh is wounded and sick, that I urgently need your healing touch. Father, extend your hand upon me as the divine physician that you are. Touch my suppurating wounds. Touch my stinking sores. Touch my bones that have lost their peace, and restore to me the health of my soul. Restore to me the purity of my heart. Restore to me the integrity that only you can give. I am weakened and crushed beyond measure. Lord, I feel as if I have been crushed, as if there is no strength left in my bones, as if life is draining away from me drop by drop. I am weakened in body, mind, and spirit. I cannot rise by my own strength. I cannot stand on my own. I cannot continue if you do not sustain me. And although I am bruised, today I raise my cry to you, because I believe that in my weakness your power is perfected, because I believe that in my brokenness your grace is made manifest, because I believe that in my nothingness your everything shines more clearly. I groan because of the turmoil in my heart. Father, this groan is not human words. It is the deep cry of the soul crying out for relief. It is the sound that comes out when the pain is too great to express in words. It is the cry that only you understand, even though I cannot explain it. The shock of my heart shakes me from within, leaves me breathless, shows me the fragility of my life, reminds me that I am one step away from eternity. And in the midst of this groaning, Lord, I place my trust in the fact that you hear the unspeakable, that you understand what I cannot articulate, that your Spirit intercedes for me with unspeakable groans that reach your throne. And trusting in this, I dare to tell you with all frankness, all my desires are before you, and my sighing is not hidden from you. I can hide nothing. I can keep silent about nothing, because even what I do not utter with my lips is already written in your book, and your eternal heart already knows it. My longings, my fears, my secret struggles, my deepest pains, you know them all, Lord. And though I am ashamed of what I carry inside, though I would like to hide it and appear strong, you know my reality. A needy heart, a thirsty soul, a broken spirit. Thank you, because even my sighs, those that escape without words, are heard by you, collected like incense that rises to your presence. My heart is heavy, Lord. I feel as if an invisible hand were squeezing it tightly, as if I couldn't breathe freely. Inner pain steals my breath. Anxiety consumes me. Sadness surrounds me like a thick blanket. I have lost my vigor. I no longer have the strength that once sustained me. My steps become heavy. My shoulders sag under the weight of my struggles. Even the light in my eyes is gone, Lord. That clarity with which I viewed life has slowly faded. That spark of hope seems to be fading, and I find myself in darkness, walking almost groping. But in the midst of that darkness, I want to lift my eyes to you, because even if my light goes out, yours never stops shining. Even if my strength is exhausted, your power does not weaken. Even if my heart fails, your faithfulness remains steadfast. Lord, I too am pained by loneliness. My friends and companions stay away from my plague. Those who once shared my table, those who seemed to be by my side, have now left me alone in my pain. The closeness of men has become distance. Company has become absence. And those close to me have distanced themselves, as if my wounds were too heavy for them to bear, as if my grief were unbearable to bear. Father, this loneliness cuts deep, because human beings were created to live in communion, and when the soul feels abandoned, the pain increases. But even in that solitude, I cling to you, because even though everyone leaves me, you will never abandon me. Even though my friends withdraw, you remain by my side. Even though those close to me grow distant, you surround me with your everlasting love. And as if the pain and loneliness weren't enough, those who seek my life form snares. Lord, it seems my inner sorrow isn't enough, but outside, enemies are also rising up who want to see me fall. They set traps, they wait for my stumble, they seek to exploit my weakness. And those who seek my harm speak wicked things. They raise false words, they sow slander, they fill the air I breathe with lies. They meditate on deceptions all day long, Lord, as if their minds never rested, as if their sole purpose were to see me destroyed, ruined, humiliated. And in the midst of that noise, in the midst of those voices that seek to destroy me, I have decided to remain silent. But I, as if deaf, do not hear, and I am like a mute who does not open his mouth. Father, not because I ignore what is said about me, not because I am indifferent to what they plot against me, but because I have learned that my words cannot defend me as your justice does, that my voice has no power against lies, but your truth is a light that illuminates all darkness. I remain silent, Lord, to let you speak for me, to let your voice put an end to the confusion, to let your justice rise as a banner over my enemies. I am like a man who does not hear, and in whose mouth there is no rebuke. I do not respond to evil with evil. I do not return insult for insult. I do not want to fall into the trap of revenge, because I know that justice belongs to you. Silence hurts, Lord, because the human heart cries out to defend itself, to justify its name, to prove that not everything that is said is true. But I have chosen another path, the path of waiting on you, the path of trusting in your defense, the path of remaining silent, so that your voice may resonate louder than mine. Let me remain in this holy silence, Lord, not as a sign of defeat, but as an act of trust. For in you, O Lord, I have hoped. You will answer, O Lord my God. That is my certainty. That is the reason for my calm in the midst of the storm. It is not that I have the strength. It is that you will answer. When everything seems against me, when men raise voices of mockery and accusation, when my steps falter, I look to heaven and remember that my help comes from you, who neither sleeps nor slumbers, whose ear is never closed, whose hand is never shortened. You will answer, Lord, in your time and in your way. And when you answer, no one will be able to contradict your justice. I said, "Don't rejoice over me. When my foot slips, don't boast over me." You know my heart, Father. You know that I don't think I'm strong, that I recognize my weakness, that I know my foot slips easily. But I beg you, Lord, not to allow my enemies to boast about my fall, not to let their mockery become a mortal wound, not to allow my stumble to be the cause of their triumph. If I fall, Lord, let it be into your arms. If I stumble, let your hand hold me. If I collapse, let your mercy lift me up. Don't allow the enemy to use my weakness to aggrandize himself, but let your restoring power be seen even in my falls. For I am about to fall, and my pain is always before me. Father, I do not hide it. I do not disguise it. I am on the verge of collapse. My strength is at its limit. My pain does not go away. It follows me like a shadow that does not depart. Day after day, I face it. Night after night, I carry it, and it seems to have no end. But today, I lay all of this before you, Lord, because I know that you are the one who carries my sorrows. I know that you are the one who sustains the weak. I know that you are the one who strengthens the broken. Even though I am about to fall, I trust that I will not fall into the void, but into your eternal hands that never fail. Therefore, I will confess my sin and be sorry for my sin. Here's the root of my sorrow, Lord, my sin. I don't want to cover it up. I don't want to excuse it. I don't want to justify the unjustifiable. I confess it with tears. I acknowledge it with humility. I surrender it with brokenness. My wickedness has separated me from you. My sin has caused me to stumble. My iniquity has opened the door to my anguish. But today I grieve. I grieve for having failed. I grieve for having offended your holiness. I grieve for having scorned your love. I surrender everything to you, Lord, because only in confession do I find forgiveness. Only in brokenness do I find healing. Only in humility am I lifted up. For my enemies are alive and strong, and those who hate me without cause have increased. Father, it is not an isolated enemy. It is not a solitary voice. It is an army of accusations. It is a river of opposition. It is a multitude of hatred without reason. They have multiplied. They have grown stronger. They seem like giants compared to my smallness. But I remember that even though many rise up against me, you are greater than them all. Though they be mighty, you are almighty. Though they multiply, your voice is enough to silence them. Don't look at me, Lord. Look at them yourself. Confront them yourself, for I cannot overcome them, but you can. Those who repay evil for good are against me, so that I pursue what is good. Lord, this is a deep pain, wanting to do what is right and receiving opposition, wanting to walk in your will and encountering resistance, wanting to sow good and reaping rejection. Those to whom I have done good, those for whom I have prayed, those to whom I have reached out, today they repay me with evil. Today they wound me with ingratitude. Today they raise me up as an enemy without reason. But even so, Lord, I do not want to stop doing good. I do not want betrayal to harden me. I do not want rejection to fill me with bitterness. Give me a heart that continues to do good even when it receives evil, that continues to love even when it receives hatred, that continues to give even when it receives emptiness, because that is how your character is reflected in me. Father, all this cry becomes a prayer that extends into this long hour of searching. I stand before you with my enemies, with my pains, with my faults, with my silences, with my tears. I am here, broken but trusting, wounded but sustained, weak but hoping in your strength. Do not leave me, Lord. Do not forsake me. Do not forsake me, O Jehovah, for you are my refuge and my help. For in your arms I find safety. For your faithfulness is the only thing that sustains my life. Do not leave me, Lord, even though I have strayed, even though my steps have strayed, even though my lips have remained silent at times when I should have adored you. Do not abandon me, for my soul cries out for you, for my spirit clings to your mercy, for my whole being pours itself out in your presence, seeking your eternal embrace. My God, do not turn away from me. Do not separate yourself for a moment, because loneliness hurts me, because anguish surrounds me, because the voices of those who accuse me are too loud, and without you I feel vulnerable. What would become of me if your spirit were to depart? What would become of my soul if your light were not to illuminate me? What would become of my path if your hand were not to guide it? Loving Father, I need to feel you near. I need to perceive your company. I need to hear your voice telling me, "Here I am with you. Do not be afraid." When men turn away, when friends part, when even those closest to me do not understand my pain, you remain faithful, and that is why today I beg. Do not turn away. Stay with me in every moment, in every thought, in every decision. Hurry to help me, O Lord, my salvation. Sorrow waits for me. Burdens overwhelm me. Temptation besieges me. Enemies rise up, and my heart can no longer bear the weight. Therefore I say to you, hurry, come quickly, do not delay, extend your hand right now, because if I wait on my strength, I will collapse. If I trust in my wisdom, I will be lost. If I depend on my abilities, I will drown in the sea of my weakness. But if you come to my aid, everything changes, because in your presence there is freedom. In your voice there is comfort. In your touch there is healing. Lord, my life depends on your prompt help. That's why I cry out insistently. That's why I never tire of pleading, hurry, for without you I cannot. Hurry, for my soul is wasting away. Hurry, for your help is my only hope. You are my salvation, Lord. There is no other name I can trust in, no other power that can save me, no other refuge where I can be safe. You are my rock. You are my shield. You are my deliverer. You have sustained me in other battles. You have lifted me up when I have fallen. You have kept me safe in other storms, and I am sure that you will do it again. So today I cling to you like never before. Today I embrace your grace. Today I hide in your mercy. My heart pours out its supplication. My soul bows in worship, and my whole being declares that you are my Lord, my help, and my eternal salvation. Father, in this long hour of prayer, I remain here at your feet, unhurried, undistracted, simply contemplating your greatness and acknowledging my smallness. Every word I speak is a pouring out of my soul. Every tear that runs down my face is a confession of my need for you. Every sigh is a sign that my entire being depends on you. Don't leave me, don't abandon me, don't turn away, come quickly to my aid, because you are the reason I'm still standing. You are the strength of my heart. You are the support of my life. And now, Lord, on this new day that you give me as an undeserved gift, I entrust to you everything I will do, every step I will take, every word I will speak, every decision I will make. I entrust my thoughts to you to be guided by your wisdom, my hands to work diligently and justly, my lips to speak truth and love, my eyes to see what is right, my feet to walk in paths of peace. I entrust to you my family, my loved ones, my work, my dreams, my struggles, my burdens. I place everything in your powerful hands, because in you I find rest, and in you I trust completely. May this day be marked by your presence. May I feel your peace in the midst of uncertainty. May I remember your faithfulness in the midst of trials. May I experience your strength in the midst of weakness. Deliver me from falling into temptation. Protect me from evil. Guard my mind from confusion and my heart from hardness. May everything I do today honor you. May my life reflect your love. May my actions speak louder than my words. May every moment be an opportunity to glorify your name. I entrust myself to you, Lord, as a son who trusts in his father, as a servant who depends on his Lord, as a sheep who needs his shepherd. Guide me, accompany me, strengthen me, and may I look back at the end of this day and recognize that I did not walk alone, that you accompanied me every step of the way, that you sustained me in every battle, that you gave me victory in every difficulty. In the powerful name of Jesus, my Savior, my Lord, and my eternal hope. Amen. Dear brothers and sisters, today we meditated together on Psalm 38, a psalm that opens the heart of David and allows us to see how the human soul, burdened with guilt and pain, prostrates itself before God with humility and truth. This passage is not simply an individual confession, but a spiritual lesson for all of us, because it reminds us that sin is not a light matter or a passing fault, but a heavy burden that weakens the body, breaks the spirit, and darkens the life. David describes his condition with strong words. He speaks of wounds, of constant pain, of loneliness and persecution. And in the midst of all this, he recognizes that the root of his anguish lies in his own sin. This sincerity is key to our Christian life, because it teaches us that the only way to find true relief is not by hiding our faults, but by confessing them with a contrite heart. The psalm also shows us something important. Suffering doesn't always come from outside. It often originates within us. Untreated guilt, poor decisions, and a foolish heart can all turn into sickness of the soul and even physical pain. That's why David says there is nothing sound in his flesh, that his bones have lost their peace. But at the same time, this psalm leads us to look up, to remember that even when burdens bend us down and enemies rise up, there is a safe refuge in God. He does not despise a repentant heart. He hears the sighs that no one else hears. He collects the tears that fall in secret, and He is able to lift up those who feel they can no longer bear it. Dear brothers and sisters, Psalm 38 invites us to recognize our fragility and to trust in God's grace. It teaches us that silence is also a response. David does not defend himself against his enemies, nor does he seek to justify himself, but remains silent so that God may defend him. It shows us that the true path is to confess our sin, mourn for it, and turn to the one who can forgive, heal, and restore. And it ends with a beautiful and humble plea. Do not forsake me, O Lord. Do not be far from me, my God. Make haste to help me, O Lord, my salvation. This should also be our prayer, that the Lord does not leave us, that He remains close, that He helps us quickly, because in Him is all our hope. Brothers and sisters, we've reached the end of this prayer and devotional. And I want to encourage you not to keep this to yourself. If this prayer blessed your life, share it with someone else who needs it, because surely there are hearts around you that also carry invisible burdens. I wish you a good day in the presence of the Lord. May He give you peace in the midst of your struggles and strength in the midst of your weaknesses. And don't forget that I'll be waiting for you again tomorrow so we can continue praying together and continue learning from the Word that gives life. God bless you.